Hey, good morning. It's Mark here. Another morning rant. Time on deck. Doing good. Doing good. A lot has been going on in the last week or so. But let's get into one of the main issues. I mean, again, there's a lot of issues. There's a lot of issues going on in the United States right now. But let's focus on one issue that's been really in the spotlight for about a year. And no, it's not coronavirus. Even though now they've approved for the elderly and some people that are in certain categories to be approved for booster shots, because just like we said before, because this variant is out there, the COVID-19 shot that was 95% effective has been reduced to about the high 80s as being effective. So now there's a booster shot needed because the variant's out there. If everybody was to just get vaccinated, we could get rid of this stuff. But that's out there. We got the $3.5 trillion legislation that's out there that's supposed to get voted on, or that's supposed to be put on the floor of the House so it can get debated on. That's out there. Again, we got Christian Sinema of Arizona and Joe Manchin of West Virginia, two Democrats that want to block what the Democrats are trying to do. So I even saw Meghan McCain on Face the Nation praising the Democrats, saying, hey, they're on our side. They're helping us out. So the Republicans can sit back and not do anything and let the Democrats just destroy themselves, because you got inside, first of all, you got the Democrats as a whole fighting the conservatives. But then inside the Democrat Party, you got the moderates fighting the progressives. So Democrats are just all over the damn place. And they're going to wonder why they're going to lose, because they're so cerebral. They're so in their minds about getting legislation passed that they're messing up everything. They're messing up everything. They don't know how to wield power for power's sake. They want to just go out and just... well, let's think about it and let's come together and let's fucking pass laws. Deal with it on the next election. Pass the damn law. But anyway, let's get into what I really want to talk about here. Well, we don't want to talk about everything, but let's get into Maricopa County and the election frauded that happened. And here's the results. Joe Biden won by 300 more votes than they thought he won by. Stupid.
The Republican Bizarro World months-long election results review, the so-called audit in Arizona, another state that Joe Biden won, where President Trump has complained that he must have actually won it. Former President Trump had proclaimed that the Arizona audit would turn up the real evidence, the real proof that he actually won all these states. And Arizona, with this audit, they'd be first. And then all the other states where it looked like he lost, they'd all end up fessing up too after Arizona collapsed. And all the states would end up admitting he really won. Watch, Arizona will go first. After their 5 months of trying and searching for secret bamboo fibers and using UV lights and putting the ballots on lazy Susans and spinning them around and hiring the weirdest clown car imaginable of conspiracy theorists and QAnon promoters and crackpots to slice, dice, and julienne the ballots and the voting machines from the great state of Arizona, the end result of their 5 months long audit is that their count showed that Joe Biden's margin of victory in the state increased by about 360 votes. But despite the big score here for the Arizona audit, the point of the so-called audit, the point of this whole turn in Republican politics, in fact, is not necessarily to concretely overturn the election results and reinstall Donald Trump as president, 10 months after the election is over. I don't know if that still is their day-to-day concrete goal. I'm sure it is for some of them. Now that Mike Lindell, the pillow guy, is now saying that Trump will be reinstated as president by Thanksgiving. Oh.
And I'm not going into that.
Okay. Right, maybe some of them still think that. I think more presently, the goal is to unmoor election results from the fact-based world for Republicans and right-leaning Americans. And how do you measure success at that? Well, Look at what they're trying to achieve. Look at what they're actually doing in their work. I mean, today in Arizona, despite concluding on their own terms that by their count, Trump lost Arizona even worse than the certified results say he did. Nevertheless, the Republican audit folks today spent hours today, very excitedly. They spent more than 3 hours excitedly showing PowerPoint slides and giving long, confusing presentations, all aimed at casting aspersions on the election process in Arizona. They did not produce any actual proof of any fraud in Arizona. They did not even produce today any credible claims of fraud in Arizona. But they did give hours of ominous sounding, confusing testimony about things they didn't understand about the election process that thereby seemed suspicious to them. And
Now here's what, I know this is a 4-minute video, but I want you guys to hear Maricopa County fact check these people in real time and what they said in real time while they were trying to be, like she said, omnious and trying to finagle their wording to make it seem like there was fraud. I want you to hear what Maricopa County was saying when they were confused about certain things.
And they were fact-checked and rebutted in real time by officials in the county that actually carried out this election that's been dragged through the mud for all these months. All day long, the Maricopa County government had to post real-time rebuttals and fact checks. In response to all this, we don't understand this seems ominous claims from the audit people giving their presentation today, the county government was posting things like this. You were talking about this server named REWEB1601. As you might gather from the naming convention, yes, that server connects to the internet. You all were claiming that's a terribly ominous thing about this server. Why does it connect to the internet? Because that is the server for the website of the Maricopa County Recorder's Office. This is not the election system, they explain. Quote, we shouldn't have to explain this. You think you found this terrible smoking gun?
So they were trying to say that that REWEB1601, like something mysteriously connected to the internet, and that could have been the fraud. Maricopa County said no, that's the website for the recording system, because the recording system is connected to the internet, but it's connected to our Maricopa County web-based platform. So while they were trying to say that, hey, here's a potential avenue for fraud, they're saying no, that connects to our website. We shouldn't have to explain that. It goes further.
Something in the recorder's office is linked to the internet. Yes, it's their website. Websites tend to be linked to the internet. That's not the election. Here's the elected county recorder himself having to do the same sort of baseline explanation, rebuttal, fact-checking all day long. He reiterates what the county is saying. Yes, that server, REWEB1601, is our web server. So yes, it connects to the internet. Also, quote, none of this is the election system. This is the voter registration system. Sigh. This is so irresponsible. This is fantastically irresponsible. So Maricopa County, it seems like Donald Trump lost by 360 more votes than previously assumed. And here they were checking for bamboo from China. They were putting, like she said, he was putting them on lazy dollies. So in other words, they had the ballot on a platform that spun around, and it was like, why are you spinning around the ballot? But anyway, they put black lights on the ballots to look for bamboo tracings. So it's not only is that stupid, but it's kind of racist, like, because they assume that it came from China, and China has bamboo that, anyway. So, but Trump doubled down on it. They have got, now he won Texas, and Texas is trying to do an audit in certain counties that are heavily black and Latino. Just like in Maricopa County, that's heavily black and Latino. They're trying to do this in every county. And the governor of Texas has capitulated to Donald Trump, even though Donald Trump is not the president. What are they so afraid of? What they're afraid of is the people, because again, this is a circle of life. The House of Representatives, the elected people, are afraid of only one person, and that's you.
The reason why you vote is so important because they look at the poll numbers, they look at the data, they look at the statistics, and they see, okay, Trump won my county by a certain amount of votes. And even though we do these secret polls and ballots, we find out that they still support Donald Trump. And if you don't believe that the past election was a fraud, then you can lose support. They took Liz Cheney out of her, and I don't trust Liz Cheney because she's a conservative, but they took her out of her leadership position as the third leading member in the House of Representatives because she sided against Trump. You have a lot of House members and some senators that are retiring from the next election because they refused to support Trump. You got all this going on because of Donald Trump. And even though he has not been in office for close to a year now, he still wields power. He suckered $200+ million out of the Republican Party for saying that the election was a fraud. And the only way for him to keep getting money is for you guys to keep believing that the past election was a fraud. So he's going to keep perpetuating that. He's going to keep perpetuating it. Because if he comes out and says, hey, it's wrong, like, okay, when he said that Obama was not born in Hawaii and he had some people down there investigating, and once he became president, he was like, hey, he was born here, okay, let's move on. He just lied to everybody, but there were still people out there believing this. How many people you know, hell, I don't even think I was, how many people you know, parents, especially back in the 60s, parents put their children in the newspaper as far as announcing their births? Not only did Barack Obama have, and they will go through links to say that was fraud. Not only did Barack Obama have a legit birth certificate and a certificate of live birth, but he also had a newspaper announcement back in 1961. They still don't believe it. Some people still don't believe that Barack Hussein Obama II is an American. And because of that, Donald Trump slid in, continued those lies, continued perpetuating those lies, and now even after he's out of office, twice impeached, he's still doubling down on this, and people are still believing that the election was stolen from him. And because of that, we have these stringent voter laws. We have these governors out here still trying to do, in Pennsylvania, I think, they're still trying to do these audits to say that, no, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna leave it at that, people. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna let this one go. I'm gonna keep it at 12 minutes. I'm not gonna go 20 today. But all I'm gonna say is it's great to be back. I took some time off for a reason. I may get to that reason one day, but right now I'm still trying to process some things. But it's great to be back. I'm gonna keep posting. I wanted to post this weekend, but I didn't. I said, hey, I'm gonna just wait till Monday, make it fresh, make a new start, and some things are gonna change as far as in my life and in my family's life and just in life in general. So I look forward to being here. I look forward to getting some more information out to you guys. Hey, share, like, subscribe, hook your boy up. I heard this one guy on YouTube, and I heard this other guy. I think I want to say he said it first, but I'm not sure. The HBO special, Help a Brother Out. It's that guy. I don't know if you guys remember that guy. That it's a black guy that go around selling cleaning supplies, and he just got joke after joke after joke, and it's cool. And one of the things that he said was, "Hey, you get the HBO special," and it was like, "What's that?" You get to help a brother out. So hey, help a brother out. Share, like, subscribe. Come back and watch the content. Let me know what you guys think about it. All right. In the meantime, I'm out of here. Hey, I will see you. It's been a minute. I will see you on the next one. All right. I'm out. Y'all take care.